Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Hurts and the Cleveland Browns taking on Mac Jones and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This will be taken at the 10. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of...
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Yep. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play. Our
touchdown, Browns! Travis Kelce, 29 yards. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. They go play action with Hurts. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 41 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tab.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play that time for Cleveland.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards remain on second down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Gregory Rousseau able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded at the 27. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
into the category of obvious. You hate giving up a first down, up 3rd and long, and somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. The Bills able to start the season off on the right foot as they get the win at home in their season opener. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Falcons with a strong performance as they get the win at home in the opener. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Well, Metcalf, what a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 48 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Browns. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones, the open man here, Renfro. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce. His 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. But this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones,
but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
To return, here's Agnew.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nice job there. On the escape and scramble, a first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now it's the backup Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And that is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Being chased out left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception.
Picked off around the 27, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Prescott here to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hey, pick your game. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Oh, watch one.
Jones on first down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down, Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Jones now on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He'll field this at the 5. That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Throwing here, Prescott steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas